So one of the reasons that we like to do this via Zoom rather than do a webinar is so that we can all at least talk to each other a little bit. And I'm hoping that it won't be long before we can actually get together. We were the only affiliate that got in that brief, what it was like a few days where we were able to kind of sort of do an event. And we were the only affiliate to be able to get one in. So at least we were able to do that. And I look forward to being able to do something at the hopefully beginning of the year.
That's sure true for me. I agree.
So, but we like this part so that you can chat with your friends, at least see each other. If you're new to Zoom, which I can't imagine, is you can click on those arrows and look at the other screens and see some of your other neighbors and friends who are with us tonight.
I'm watching your faces.
Oh,
And you will notice, and when we go to our program, it is not quite as smooth as a webinar would be. So bear with us as we make transitions between different media. But I love seeing all of you. It's much more important to be able to see. Hi, Kitty. How are you, Kitty?
Hello.
And Mary Ellen, nice to see you guys. Cindy, you and Mike are looking mighty good.
I'm chewing, but I wanted to say, Trudy, it's really good that it's not so, what should I say? So professionally done that we can't enjoy. I don't know how to say it. Anyway, I'm glad it's not totally smooth. It makes it more real. It makes it more
human
real.
element.
We're all amateurs and we're all in it together.
There you go.
So, yeah, we like this part of a little bit of being able to chat with one another. Hey, Jean, how are you? Elizabeth? We've got our grantees that have come in. I see our immediate past chair there.
I'm doing this on my phone.
Uh-huh.
And so I don't have anything preset, like my name or a picture won't show up if I stop video and mute, but I'm still here. I just want you to know that.
Okay, well, we're glad you're here.
Okay, and I'm enjoying the food.
We
Very
can
good.
see you. We can see you, so be careful.
Good.
Lots of people. Good.
So,
Cheers.
But our audio. is
See over here.
and
It's,
Estella,
interesting to see
welcome.
you on here, Jan.
Welcome.
Thanks, Trudy. Great to be here.
And I saw Jasmine. Thank you for being here.
Hi, happy to be here.
Was that Emmett that I saw?
Yes, it was. And I was saying
Hi,
to you
Emmett.
specifically,
Nice to
Jan.
see you.
Hi, nice to see you. I didn't expect to see you in this venue.
Well, here we both are.
Neat. Very neat.
Trudy, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to join on video. I'm in the car. You may have
Okay,
too much
all right.
bandwidth, but I can see you and you look great.
Oh, good. So those of you that are on a phone, hopefully you know that if you tap on your screen, you will see your mute button. So you are able to mute your phones. And if not, I will be muting phones.
Cookies work too.
So
There's Rita.
You can always put them in a plastic bag and put them in the freezer.
okay. All righty. Well, we're almost up to our 70 that had RSVP'd. So with that, I am going to ask, it is so much fun, like I said, to be able to see all of you and have a few minutes to chat with one another. So I am going to ask now that you all mute yourself and that you stay muted throughout the program. And I'm sure you all know by now, after 2 years, that to mute yourself, you go down to that microphone icon and click on it, and you'll want to see a red line. You want it to see red, and you want to see a red line through it. And if you want to chat, some of you have already started down at the bottom of the screen where it says chat. Be sure to go there and either chat with your friends or with everybody. And with that, welcome. And I would like to start our program.
Community, it's where we live, and it's where we give. From humble rural roots rich in agriculture and abundant resources, Escondido has grown up, and the Escondido Community Foundation has been a catalyst for positive change in our hometown.
One of the great strengths of this local foundation is that we can address current needs each year, and they're different. They change. We can change with them.
The Escondido Community Foundation brings together people of compassion to give more as a group than they could on their own. As an Escondido resident, as a member of the Escondido Community Foundation, and as CEO of Interfaith Community Services, I can attest personally to the powerful impact that the foundation and their donors have here in Escondido.
Home to historic ranches, sprawling vistas, and hometown civic pride, the Escondido Community Foundation has been a charitable spark supporting diverse and important needs right here in our neighborhoods.
Well, Escondido is my hometown, and being part of the Community Foundation is a means of giving back to what the town has given me. I've never experienced anything that is so personally heartwarming than it is to give directly to those in need.
You know, Daly Ranch is an amazing place. And so the funding from the Escondido Community Foundation has been like a key to unlock Daly Ranch to the young people of Escondido from all neighborhoods and all socioeconomic groups to be able to come up here and explore and enjoy the wonders of Daly Ranch.
This generosity is manifested across our city in people and places, such as this Giving Arch, an enduring landmark donated to the city by the Escondido Community Foundation. This gateway will always remind people of the power of pooled philanthropy.
Over the years, the foundation has invested in our community through education, health and human services, and the arts and culture, and this wall is a representation of that. And it actually depicts the transformation story of Escondido, and this foundation has been a big part of that.
A happy moment for us each year is when we see the effect of our giving, the joy it brings, the lives it changes, the people it helps. Very gratifying. It makes my day.
Join us today and become a part of something very special in our community as neighbors help neighbors. Become a member of the Escondido Community Foundation. Generosity never loses its value.
Indeed. Well, welcome to the Escondido Community Foundation's 15th annual celebration and grants ceremony. Thanks for joining in on this most special event of the year. It marks the culmination of many, many months of hard work by ECF members. But this is the reason the ECF exists: responsible charitable giving to our community. For the second year, unfortunately, we must celebrate virtually. Hopefully we can return to form next year, but until then, relax with your appetizer and beverage of choice. I'm doing exactly that, as you can see, and celebrate the positive impact your membership will have on the community through the grants you have chosen to fund. I think you'll be inspired by the proof of your own generosity, a testament to how Escondido cares for its own through the power of pooled philanthropy. The ECF, in a mere 15 years, has benefited the community with over $6 million of charitable giving, all because of you. And let me add a special point. Your fees support annual grant making, but over the past few years, a unique program has evolved for the holiday season, the Secret Santa program, which is funded by separate donations. It's operated by the Escondido Police Department, and every year more and more ECF members have been participating. Some background: some years back, an anonymous donor gave the ECF a signature gift to create and support a Secret Santa program. The program allows Escondido police officers to identify individuals whom they know to be in need. To each deserving person, an officer will give a $100 bill, and the reaction is very, very moving. At the end of the season, you'll see video proof of that gratitude. And the program benefits the police who are involved in this giving. They consistently report how moved they are. This, they say, is what community policing is all about. If you want to take part, you can respond to a follow-up email with all the information you'll need. We'll talk about that later. Now, let me introduce the people who work in the trenches for your foundation, the members of the board of directors. Read their names. You'll see many whom you recognize and know. They're your neighbors, your friends. We are a hometown charity, local people meeting local needs, which we identify. By the way, if you're a guest tonight and would like to become part of the ECF, please contact Trudy Armstrong or me or any member you know. We'll welcome you with open arms. And to the members, be certain to send in your renewals. Our grants depend on you. We want to equal or exceed this event next year. As all of you know, we've made a huge point of this, that all grant decisions are made by you and that every penny of your membership fee goes to charitable giving here locally. Yet, while we're blessed with that autonomy, it's made possible by our affiliation with the San Diego Foundation. As an affiliate, we enjoy accounting expertise, money management, and fantastic operational support. And when we say operational support, we mean Trudy and her entire team. The San Diego Foundation makes it possible for us to meet our fiduciary obligation to all members. I, speaking for myself, am very, very thankful for that affiliation. With that, let me pass the baton to Mark Stewart, a member of our own ECF and the San Diego Foundation president and CEO.
Good evening, Escondido Community Foundation. On behalf of the San Diego Foundation, I want to offer my congratulations to all the generous members of the Escondido Community Foundation on an affiliate grant-making record of $2.7 million over the last 15 years. Due to your efforts and the investment prowess at the San Diego Foundation, you are less than $150,000 away from having a $2 million endowment. That is simply remarkable. I want to add special thanks to Ken and Emily for your leadership in addressing the community mental health issues born of the pandemic with your current granting. Tonight, I want to give singular recognition to our former San Diego Foundation Board of Governors Chair, Jack Raymond, who not only was the impetus for the formation of the Escondido Community Foundation, but is the father of the entire affiliate program. Jack championed the affiliate program during his chairmanship and spent hours and hours of his time meeting with other communities, assisting the foundation staff in the creation of our additional affiliates. Congratulations, Jack, on a legacy of truly meaningful impact throughout our region. I hope you all have a wonderful event this evening. Thank you for your generosity, your unwavering support, and love of and devotion to our San Diego region. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mark. Well said. Your next ECF presenter is Emily Lowe, and in her, a star is born. As the chair of the Grants Committee, she's performed beautifully, remarkably, and the result, she's been named as the ECF Volunteer of the Year and will be honored by the North County Philanthropy Council on November 5, something we're all welcome to attend. And let me add that Emily's parents are online tonight, and I want to extend my thanks to them for bringing Emily to us. Emily, show us the work product of the Grants Committee, please.
Thank you so much, Ken, for that very kind introduction. I just have to say, if it were not for my mom and dad, who I'm so happy are here, only because we're on Zoom, actually, they have taught me well in the ways of philanthropy. So it's all really to them. I owe all of this to them. So anyway, it has been a great pleasure and an honor to serve as the Grants Committee Chair this year. As we all know, this has been a year like no other, except maybe last year when actually we had to pivot midstream. So I look forward, and I know we all are looking forward to next year, fingers crossed, when we can once again be meeting in person. So I want to thank the members of our grants committee for all the additional work that went into making the grants happen this year. With a special thank you to Donna Ailing, who worked by my side all year and will lead the grants committee next year. Being a part of the ECF grants committee is truly a fulfilling experience. In the 5 years I've been involved, I have learned so much about our Escondido community and about many of the nonprofits that do amazing work here. If you want to join the committee this coming year, now is the time. Please put your name in chat or let Trudy know. On November 16th of 2020, we released our grant guidelines through a letter of intent with our focus of improving the social and emotional well-being in the community. In February, the submitted letters of intent, the grant committee chose the nonprofits that were to submit full proposals. The proposals were then vetted, and those that we wished to have additional information from were invited to a virtual site visit. From these, the ballot was determined. Once you had voted and given us your input, your 2021 grantees were selected. Due to COVID restrictions, this year we asked each grantee to submit a cell phone video highlighting the work that you have funded. Because it has been created with cell phone video clips, make certain your sound is all the way up. Once we have shared the impact that these nonprofits will make with your funding, you will be introduced to each grantee. We would like to share that impact with you now.
Hi, my name is Lelaine May Oliveria, and I am the Program Manager for North County Lifeline's Care Now program. We are currently on campus at Escondido High School, one of the schools that we service in the Escondido Union High School District. And we provide Check Your Mood services, which include psychoeducation in a presentation format in the classrooms, and then safety assessments the rest of the week. We hope to help the Escondido community improve its social and emotional well-being by not only spreading awareness and knowledge, but also connecting with parents or caregivers to be able to obtain mental health services for youth struggling with depression or suicide. Thank you so much to the Escondido Community Foundation for all your support this year.
Hi everyone, I'm Sean Spear, President and CEO of Community Housing Works. Many thanks to the Escondido Community Foundation for providing grant funding for equitable access to academic supports for Escondido youth. This award will help ensure that our staff here at Community Housing Works can deliver our expanded learning programs to children who live in our 9 Escondido affordable apartment communities. Because of this gift, more school-age children will benefit from read-aloud exercises, tutoring, and the iReady learning tool, which provides personalized learning plans to help students advance to grade level reading, one of the biggest indicators of future success in school and life in general for children. We know that seeing you succeed is a major contributor to the overall social and emotional well-being of any community. This is especially impactful now, given how important it is to ensure equitable education for youth from low-income households who have struggled with remote learning during the pandemic. Thank you from our hearts for your generous support.
Hello, Escondido Foundation. We are so grateful for you and your contribution. My name is Aaron Gillum, and I am the lead educator at Outside the Lenses program at San Pasqual Academy, a residential facility for foster youth. And I'm also a resident of Escondido. So what does Outside the Lens do? Outside the Lens amplifies youth voices through photography, filmmaking, and digital media art, catalyzing change within themselves, their community, and the world. Our program has been an important part of San Pasqual Academy and other juvenile court and community schools here in Escondido. Our work focuses on healing-centered and social-emotional learning, something our teens are needing as they come out of the isolation and the pandemic and are in desperate need of getting back to school. This work is so important to our most vulnerable kids. Thank you for recognizing this. We are honored to be your partners as we work towards making sure every one of our youth at Escondido can grow, thrive, and have the tools and skills to succeed in a digital world.
grant funding is helping us support employment-related training here at the aquaponics farm.
Employment-related training is important to build up your self-esteem, your character, and to get you ready to get back in the workforce.
Hey friends from Escondido, it's Chris Megason, CEO and founder of Solutions for Change. So excited to hear that you've decided to invest in the families, the homeless families of Escondido here through Solutions for Change. So I want you just to imagine for a second, shipwrecked on an island, and you're like, oh my gosh, how am I gonna get out of here? And you look over and there's somebody smiling at you going like this, and you walk over there, and that's our empowerment coach. And that empowerment coach came from Escondido years ago. They were homeless on their streets. They went through this life transforming program called Solutions Academy. And now they're serving for the sake of others, and they're serving more families, more homeless families from Escondido, and they're gonna be the trail guide. They're the empowerment coach that's gonna walk with that person off that shipwrecked island back to their new life. So thank you again. Thank you so much for being part of this life transforming program that we call Solutions for Change through the Solutions Academy. Thank you and God bless.
Hi, I'm Susan.
And I'm Amanda, and we're with Alabaster Jar Project, a nonprofit organization that serves survivors of trafficking.
We operate a resource center in the heart of Escondido that provides tangible items such as clothing, toiletries, and even food for individuals who need it.
Your foundation support will help us continue to provide these services through our resource center in Escondido.
Thank you so much for your contributions and support.
This year, as you all know, COVID-19 impacted all of our communities. COVID-19 also created an increase in domestic violence, child abuse, and sexual assault cases, and we saw those spikes in the Escondido community. The generous gift that's come to us from the Escondido Community Foundation will allow for Center for Community Solutions to continue to provide services to survivors living in our community. It is a message of like-minded individuals coming together after the isolation and devastation of COVID-19, coupled with the trauma that people have experienced, and you all are saying to our survivors in our community, you're not alone. Thank you to the Escondido Community Foundation from all of us here at Center for Community Solutions.
Hello, my name is Benita Page, and I am the Program Director at the Tariq Kamisa Foundation, also known as TKF.
And my name is Thisreen Kamisa, and I'm the Executive Director at TKF. I want to first thank the Escondido Community Foundation for this grant to support schools in Escondido. We're truly honored to serve the community. Escondido is near and dear to our hearts, as Escondido was one of the first school districts TKF ever partnered with over 20 years ago, and I'm also a proud resident. TKF exists to save lives through teaching a restorative mindset with the goal of creating inclusive and equitable schools that put all children on a path of opportunity. We do this by working with schools to dismantle systems that fail our children and help integrate programs rooted in social emotional learning that teach the restorative principles of accountability, compassion, forgiveness, and peacemaking.
Our assistance provides an extra focus on students' social emotional well-being. Our TKF mentors are there to assist with behavioral management, classroom monitoring, and to provide that safe space some youth need when dealing with challenges. We appreciate all your consideration for this exciting opportunity for Escondido. Thank you.
The mission of Palomar Family Counseling Service is to support and strengthen children, youth, adults, families, schools, and communities. We strongly believe that all individuals possess strengths and the capacity for positive growth.
In 2020, the Escondido Police Department reported 966 domestic violence calls for service. And in the last 4 months, calls for service increased in a staggering 23%. Domestic violence can cause post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, such as depression, suicide, ideation, many women turn to alcohol or drugs in order to cope with the reality. Children exposed to domestic violence are at risk of psychological, social, emotional, and behavioral problems.
The Family Resilience Project will create measurable improvements in two main areas. For women and children, it will improve their self-efficacy, which is their belief in themselves and their confidence, and it will increase their hopefulness for their future. These are two major interpersonal areas that are just devastated by the occurrence of domestic violence. They're also very essential for their well-being. The other thing that the project will do is increase their access to community resources, opportunities, and social supports.
The program offers support groups and educational groups for mothers and children, counseling to strengthen the mother-child bond, physical, emotional, and economic safety planning, skill building for mothers and children, and intensive advocacy services to increase access to community resources and social supports. Overall, the program is designed to take mothers and their children from surviving to thriving.
A lot of the project is meant for the community because the children will be growing, and when they grow and they go to school, and as they keep growing, they will become productive members of the community. Oh, it's gonna be huge as far as us accomplishing putting in a play area, an active area for the children to bond with their friends and their other children of the other children of the village. It's going to be where we can help the mothers with their parenting skills on how to bond with their children. They can learn to play with their children. We're so excited to get this in, and we want to just give a huge thank you to the Escondido Community Foundation. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I will now introduce the Escondido Community Foundation 2021 grantees. We are pleased to award to Alabaster Jar Project for Alabaster Jar Project Resource Center $28,000. Accepting is Susan Johnson, Executive Director.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much. This is an amazing gift for our resource center. We're actually at our resource center now. We've got a peer support group going on. I hope that our internet stays stable because it's a good thing that we have a lot of people here. And it's really due to your contributions and your generosity. Thank you so much.
To Solutions for Change for Case Management and Counseling, $18,000. Accepting is Tanya Azar, Senior Vice President of Programs.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for your generous support. This donation helps underwrite the scholarships for the first 30 days of programming for Escondido residents who have found themselves homeless, are vulnerable, and helps them through the first 30 days. It provides funding for the empowerment coaches who give them one-on-one counseling and support and help them in their next stages to being able to thrive and self-sustain. So thank you very much.
To Outside the Lens for Leadership Through the Lens, we are pleased to award $23,000. Accepting is Erin Gillum, Media Educator.
Hello, thank you, Escondido Community Foundation. Once again, my name is Aaron Gillum. I'm a resident of Escondido, and I'm extremely grateful for the opportunity to teach the youth in the community. And this grant definitely enables us to do just that. The funds for this grant will go towards the resources required to help our students at San Pasqual Academy learn how to use digital media and succeed in their growth and goals. It allows us to invest in state-of-the-art equipment, which the students will use to document, create, and express their thoughts, feelings, and perceptions about their environment, and then how they can make a difference and a change in it. The students' resiliency really shines through when they have a camera in their hand and they have the opportunity to let others see and share in their experiences. So thank you for your contribution and the ability to make all that happen.
To Center for Community Solutions for supporting Escondido's emergency and recovery domestic violence shelters, $30,000. Accepting is Verna Griffin Tabor, CEO.
Sorry, I was slow to unmute. So thank you, Escondido Community Foundation, for your support. Center for Community Solutions has 2 domestic violence shelters in your community, as well as an office on Juniper. The funds that you're providing for us are going to help those folks impacted by COVID. We saw a 64% increase in calls in the community for help, and the funding that you're giving us will help support for emergency services, food, clothing. It also, we're going to invest in Chromebooks for distance learning, parents trying to get back on their feet. So thank you for providing this funding. It gives hope and healing message to all the folks we're serving. We're so blessed to have your support.
To Community Housing Works for equitable access to academic support for Escondido youth, $18,000. Accepting is Denise Obrero, Director of Programs.
Good evening, everyone. It's my pleasure as a Director of Programs to thank all of you profusely from the bottom of our hearts for this donation and this grant. The funds that you have given us will help us touch many students and parent guardians that live in our affordable housing complexes in Escondido. We use housing as a platform for academic success. And without these funds, we just really would not be able to provide as much of the services as we possibly can. So thank you again, and we appreciate it.
To North County Lifeline for Here Now, Escondido Part-Time Parent Partner, $15,000. Accepting is Julia Fordham, Grants Manager.
Actually, I can say something. Hi, my name is Lelena Laveria. I'm the program manager for Here Now. First, thank you so much for having us here tonight. It is my honor on behalf of North County Lifeline and our school-based suicide prevention and intervention program. And I just want to extend our utmost gratitude for this amazingly wonderful opportunity and your generosity. We currently have a staff of therapists, but do lack that extra component to provide parents that safe space and additional support. And this grant will be such a huge help for our Escondido youth and families. And actually, this past couple of weeks, we are at the Escondido High School. We've been there for 2 weeks in the same site that we did that video. So it's even more special for tonight for us. Thank you.
To Palomar Family Counseling for the Family Resilience Project, $33,000. Accepting is Lisa Turner, Executive Director.
Everyone, and thank you so much, Escondido Community Foundation. We are deeply grateful for your support. It is an honor to be here, an honor to be funded by you. This funding is going to allow us to expand upon the domestic violence services that we're providing and make a greater impact for the women and children in particular who are dealing with domestic violence and increased mental health needs. This is a wonderful thing for our organization. Thank you so much.
To Health Right 360 for North County Serenity House, Serenity Village Children's Playground, $33,000. Accepting is Suzanne Woke, Reentry and Housing Supervisor.
We want to thank you so very much, all of you, for this wonderful gift of a need and a dream that we've wanted so long for the children of the village. All of the women are so excited. They can't wait until everything is built and done, and we are just ecstatic. Thank you so much. The children will really benefit from this. Thank you.
To Tariq Kamisa Foundation for Peace Educator Mentoring, $30,000. Accepting is Benita Page.
everyone here at TKF is just so excited right now about what this Escondido Community Foundation opportunity means for us. It will allow TKF to once again formally partner with the Escondido Union School District after an almost 5-year absence. We will be able to have our mentors once again on two of their middle school campuses, supporting students. We expect this opportunity is going to connect us to over 400 youth in the Escondido community, providing support for their well-being, looking at social emotional development, and just creating an additional presence that sometimes some of our students need. We are just all so excited. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Congratulations and thank you to all our 2021 grant recipients.
Well, thanks first to the ECF members for participating tonight, but let me offer special thanks to the recipients. You are the reason why we with the Community Foundation exist. Our hearts and our dollars go out to you. Let me go off script here for just a moment and add to the members. We will always follow up to make sure that the promise is equaled by performance of these wonderful recipients. And let me tip my hat to Rita Bocock, who has always been at the head of making sure that all of our donated and charitable dollars live up to that promise. Thank you, Rita. So before closing, I'd like to make 3 personal points. First, I've been active in Escondido for over 40 years, yet my role with the HCF has taught me something new. Sometimes we become comfortable, even complacent, in our own cocoons. The ECF has given me the opportunity to learn more about my hometown than I knew possible. The depth and richness of charitable giving is alive and well in our community. So many institutions are deserving of our generosity, and that's been proven here tonight. Second, over the years, I've played on sports teams, business teams, and legal teams. However, never have I been part of a more dedicated team than my fellow ECF members. My personal thanks to each and every one of you. We can't let you down. Finally, let me expand on a point made earlier. Chairing the grants committee is a stairway to stardom in our charitable world. And Emily Lowe has reached the pinnacle. For her hard work, we're showing our appreciation with a small gift, which should be in the process of being delivered right about now. I'm hopeful that we will see this on camera. Emily?
We are seeing it. We are seeing it on camera. Yay, Emily.
Applause for Emily. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. That's just beautiful. And what a surprise. Completely unexpected. Thank you.
That's what a surprise is supposed to be. And remember, if you wish to take part in the Secret Santa program, watch for instructions in the follow-up email. Thank you to all of you. With that, good night, good health, and good giving.
We so enjoyed seeing all of you. You're welcome to unmute and say good night to your friends, but we're just delighted.
Good night, Kinchies.
Good night.
Good
night.
Good night, everybody.
Your hard work.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Be safe.
Congratulations, everyone.
Looking forward to being live next
Bye-bye.
time.
Hi, Pat.
Good night, Mrs. Calabash, wherever you are.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Good night and great effort.
Good night, Deborah.
Mayor Filer.
Night.
Bye.
Thanks. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Not quite there yet, but it's coming.
It is coming. Good to see you, Lori.
Thank you, Aaron. Thank you.
Hi, Lori.
That was a great surprise, by the way. I've never seen a surprise on Zoom like that. That was awesome.
It was a surprise. It smells beautiful. It's nice.
Good. Good night, all. Love
Good
you.
night, everybody.
Good night.
Here.